Okay, Leo, I have a question for you. Where are you right now?
I am sitting in my home office.
Good. And where is your phone?
It is on my desk.
Perfect. And where is that coffee cup I can hear you sipping from?
It is at my elbow. Wait, at? On? In? Maya, I just realized something. I said in my office, on my desk, and at my elbow. Three different prepositions for places that are literally right next to each other. How do native speakers do this without thinking?
That is the exact question we are going to answer today. And I am going to give you one simple rule that will make this click forever. Because here is the truth. Most learners memorize lists, at for specific points, on for surfaces, in for enclosed spaces. And that works sometimes, but it also creates so much confusion.
Wait, are you saying the school rules are wrong?
Not wrong, just incomplete. Because here is what nobody tells you. The preposition you choose depends on how you see the space, not just what the space is. Let me explain with a quick story. Last week I told my friend, I will meet you at Starbucks.
Right. Starbucks is a specific point.
Exactly. But then my friend said, wait, are you meeting me inside Starbucks? Because if you are inside, you should say in Starbucks.
Oh, so at Starbucks means near it or at the location, and in Starbucks means inside the building?
You got it. And that is the key. Think of prepositions as your perspective. At means you see the place as a point on a map. On means you see it as a surface or a line. In means you see it as a container with boundaries. One location, three possible prepositions depending on your perspective.
That is actually blowing my mind right now, because I have been saying I am at the bus stop my whole life. But if I am standing on the sidewalk right next to the bus stop sign, I could also say I am on the street corner.
Now you are thinking like a native. Yes, the bus stop is a point at. The street corner is a point also at. But if you want to emphasize you are on the surface of that corner, you could say on the corner. And if you are inside the bus shelter, you could say in the bus shelter.
Okay, let me practice. If I am in an Uber, I am in the car, but I am at the airport.
Perfect. The car is a container, in. The airport is a destination point at.
But Maya, what about this? I am on the airplane. Why on? The airplane is a container. Shouldn't it be in the airplane?
Ah, this is the question that confuses everyone. And here is why. For large vehicles that you walk onto, English uses on. Think about it. You board a plane, you get on a train, you get on a bus. For small vehicles that you climb into, we use in. You get in a car, you get in a taxi.
So it is about whether you walk onto it or climb into it.
Exactly. Your perspective changes. A plane is so big that you perceive it as a surface you walk onto. A car is small, so it feels like a container you get inside of.
That makes so much sense. I have been saying I am in the bus my whole life. Everyone told me it was wrong, but nobody explained why.
And now you know. Let me give you another one that trips people up. Where do you live?
I live in New York.
Great. Now, where exactly in New York?
I live on East 42nd Street.
Perfect. So, you live in the city on the street. In the city as a container, on the street as a line. Now, one more. What about the apartment number?
I live at apartment 7B.
There it is. As you zoom in, your perspective changes. City is a big container, in. Street is a line, on. Apartment is a specific point, at. Native speakers do this zooming automatically, without thinking.
Okay, let me try a full sentence. I live in New York, on East 42nd Street, at apartment 7B.
Textbook perfect. A native speaker could not say it better.
But wait, what about addresses? If I say I live at 350 East 42nd Street, that uses at, not on. Why?
Because when you give the full address number, you are treating the building as a specific point on the street. So it becomes at 350 East 42nd Street. But if you just say the street name without the number, it is on East 42nd Street.
Got it. So the number changes everything.
Yes. And this is where a lot of Spanish speakers and Arabic speakers especially run into trouble because in both Spanish and Arabic, you often use the equivalent of in for cities and streets. So a Spanish speaker might say, I live in Fifth Avenue instead of on Fifth Avenue.
Oh, I have definitely said that before.
And it is completely understandable, but it sounds non-native. And for Chinese speakers, there is a different challenge. In Chinese, you can use one word, zat for at, on, and in. So learners often forget to switch between the three in English.
So if a Chinese speaker says, I am at the train, they might mean they are actually on the train?
Exactly. And the meaning changes completely. At the train means you are standing near the train. On the train means you are riding it. Big difference.
Okay, I need more examples. Give me a tough one.
All right, try this. I left my keys, the car.
In the car? Inside the container?
Yes, but what if I say I left my keys, the hood of the car?
On the hood. Because it is a surface.
Perfect. Now what about I left my keys, the gas station?
At the gas station. Because it is a point on a map, or could it be in the gas station if I left them inside the building?
Exactly right both ways. If you mean the gas station as a location, at. If you mean the building itself, in. Now let me give you one more that trips up even advanced learners. She is the corner.
At the corner?
Yes, if she is standing at the intersection as a point. But what if she is standing on the actual corner of the sidewalk? You could say on the corner.
And in the corner?
That is different entirely. In the corner means inside a room. The chair is in the corner of the room.
Okay, this is getting deep.
Here is the part that surprises most people. Think about the difference between in the picture and on the picture.
Is there a difference? I always say in the picture.
And that is correct if you mean someone appears inside the photograph. The children are in the picture. But if I say, there is a coffee stain on the picture, that means the stain is physically on the surface of the photo.
Oh, so in means inside the content. On means on the physical surface.
You got it. And the same logic applies to the internet. We say I saw it on the internet because we think of the internet as a surface or platform. But we say I read it in an article because the article is a container.
That actually explains so many mistakes I have been making.
Now, let me give you a challenge. I am going to say a sentence, and you tell me if it sounds natural or not. Ready?
Ready?
I will wait for you in the bus stop.
In the bus stop? That sounds wrong. Should be at the bus stop.
Yes, a bus stop is a point, not a closed space. So at is correct. Unless you are actually inside the bus shelter structure, then in the bus shelter works. But bus stop itself is a point.
What about she is in the school?
That is fine if she is inside the school building. But if you mean she is enrolled there as a student, we usually say she is at school, meaning the institution as a point in her life. So, where is your daughter? She is at school, not necessarily inside the building. She could be on the playground, but at school means the general location.
So at can mean the general place, and in means physically inside.
You are getting it, and this is why he is in the hospital and he is at the hospital mean different things in British English. In British English, in hospital means you are a patient, and at the hospital means you are visiting. But in American English, we usually say in the hospital for patients and at the hospital for visitors.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
There is always nuance. But here is the good news. If you remember the perspective rule, point surface container, you will get it right 90% of the time.
Point surface, container, at, on, in. I can remember that.
Let us do a quick practice round. I will describe a situation, and you choose the preposition. Situation 1. I am holding a book. The book is my hand.
In my hand. Because my hand is a container.
Good. Situation 2. I place the book the table.
On the table. surface.
Situation 3. I am at the library, standing near the entrance, waiting for a friend.
I am at the library.
Perfect. Now picture this. I get inside the library and sit at a desk. Now where am I?
In the library. Because now you are inside the container.
Beautiful. One last challenge. You are looking at a map. You see a restaurant marked on the map. You tell your friend, let us meet that restaurant.
At that restaurant.
And then you walk inside and sit down. You text your friend, I am the restaurant.
In the restaurant.
You just mastered the difference. Same location, two different prepositions, because your perspective changed. Point on a map, then container with walls.
Maya, I have to admit, I thought I knew this, but I was just guessing before. Now I actually understand the rule.
And that is the goal. Not memorizing lists, but understanding the logic. Let me give you one final tip that will help you forever. When you are not sure which preposition to use, ask yourself one question. Am I thinking of this place as a point, a surface, or a container? If it is a point, at. If it is a surface or a line, on. If it is a container with boundaries, in.
Point, surface, container. At, on, in. I am writing that down right now.
And here is your homework. For the rest of today, every time you say a place, pause for 1 second and ask yourself, point, surface, or container. Do this for 10 sentences today, and tomorrow you will start doing it automatically.
I am going to do that, and I am going to catch myself when I make mistakes.
That is the best way to learn. And remember, even native speakers sometimes disagree. Language is not a math problem. There is always gray area, but this rule will get you into the right neighborhood every single time.
I love that. Get you into the right neighborhood. I am going to use that.
Well, that is our show for today. If this episode helped you, do us a favor and share it with one friend who struggles with prepositions. That simple act helps more people than you know.
And subscribe to Speak Like a Native so you never miss an episode. We drop new lessons every single day.
I am Maya.
And I am Leo.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and we will see you in the next episode.